Welcome to Multiple Streams Podcast. Today we got a very special guest, very, very special guest. I know him as Mino, but you Mino on the mic?
Yeah.
Okay. CEO of Crew?
Yeah, it came right around movement.
Okay. Say it one more time for the people, man.
All right, man. I'm glad you asked. So what's going on, boy? It's your boy Mino on the mic, founder of the Can't Write Every Wrong movement, founder of the Crew Fit movement, founder of the Self-Made movement. And it's basically all the same thing, but every letter in Crew stands for these 4 letters. Can't write every wrong. The same one like he got on right now, same one like I got on right now. If you check the back, you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Man. Founder of the Can't Write Every Wrong movement, where we tell people you don't got to apologize for being yourself. You just find like-minded individuals like you and make your own crew.
Fucking with it, man. Okay, man. Before we get into the detail, I saw the other day you in a 300 club now.
You talking about on the bench?
Yeah, you in a 300 club.
Yeah, man. I'm getting right every day, man. I'm trying to focus a lot more on like health because I know health is wealth. And I think a lot of people neglect that. With me just being around a lot of older individuals, hanging around a lot of older individuals, I understand one thing, and that's older people have wisdom because of how long they actually been here, like living on the earth. They went through all the experiences, the ups, the downs, and they seen times change. So I always try to talk to them and get the game from them. And the main thing that I get from them is, man, stay active.
Yeah.
Stay active. I mean, because when you start getting to that age, like about 40, 50, 60, I mean, you still want to be moving around. You don't want nobody to be pushing you in a wheelchair. So with that, I just try to stay in the gym as much as possible with everything that I got going on, man. That's one thing that I try to prioritize in my life.
Okay. Where you from, man?
Originally from Stone Mountain. At about the age of like 10 years old, my mama wanted us to be able to have better living. So she moved us. So she moved us out there to Gwinnett. I think the funny part about that is like when we were living in Stone Mountain, fresh off of Reading Road, I think everything was all good. But it wasn't until she tried to put us in a better situation when things started to get rough. Because when we actually moved, my father ended up moving out and my uncle ended up moving out because in Stone Mountain we're about 7 people deep in a 3-bedroom house. So when you living with that many people in the house, it's like somebody's always there cooking. There's always food in the house. There's always drinks in the house. There's always a babysitter, so you don't really have to worry about that. And me being at the young age, this wasn't my responsibilities, but these are just some of the things that I picked up on as we moved out to another side of town when the family just started to split apart and things just started getting rough, like not being able to make bills. That's my first time our lights being cut out. That's the first time our water was being cut out. And you know how many summers we went through and it was hot as because we couldn't be able to afford like the AC bill or the AC might go broke. Then that man come to fix it. He tell you like $1,500, $2,000, but you could barely even make the rent. So I'm peeping a lot of this stuff at a small age. That's why I tell a lot of people I was raised on survival because I had to figure it out my whole life.
Nah, that was so you got like siblings, like 3, 4 siblings?
I got 2 siblings. I'm the youngest out of 3. So I got 2 older brothers. My oldest brother, he graduated from Towers. And then I got another brother who's about 1 year apart from me. My boy True Bands TV, man. Shout out True Bands.
Oh, okay. So you like when you was growing up, you was like always hustling type of guy growing up, athlete.
Wasn't an athlete, but I was definitely a hustler. So I was just trying to make a way for myself because I mean originally like when we grew up in Stone Mountain, I didn't really have no worries. That was me living in my kid era, so I wasn't really focused on hustling. I wasn't focused on trying to get the next dollar. We was just outside every day, just having fun, being a badass little kid like how a lot of people is. It wasn't until we ended up moving to where now I'm watching my mama struggle every day. So it's like, do you just sit back and watch your mama struggle or do you try to get up and go get it?
Try to do something.
That's the type of stuff that turn you into a man at an early age. That's why I say raised on survival. So that's when I really just started trying out as many things as possible. I just knew basketball was going to be the thing, right? So I asked my mama to sign me up for basketball lessons. My first time playing was about like 8th grade. I asked my mama to sign me up for basketball lessons, so I'm playing basketball. But keep in mind, my mama working 3, 4 jobs at this time. So so nobody's there for my games. Every single day after practice, I'm the last one standing out there just waiting for somebody to come pick me up. Sometimes I'm having to walk home. So things like this you start to pick up on because on game day, everybody's out there with their parents and the parents is cheering them on. I might have a real good game, score like 13, 14 points, but I don't got nobody to celebrate with. So I feel like all these hard times and a lot of these obstacles that I'm facing at a young age is what turned me into the hustler I am today. So when a lot of people ask me like, oh, have you been a hustler all your life? Have you been this all your life? Nah, I say I'm self-made because I made a way for myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. When did you come up with the crew brand? Came right every the movement, the crew came right every wrong movement.
Yeah. So finally, it kind of just fell in my lap, to be honest. And I would say the first time when we actually orchestrated the crew brand was like my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, and that's hard.
Yeah, my sophomore year of high school. So at the time I was about like 15 years old, and it was with me and some of my homeboys from like Stone Mine, who really put it all together. My boy Scooty, Flashy, and True Bands, my blood brother. So it was about 4 of us at the time, and the brand started off as a music group. So we would just be in the studio, just having fun. We were around a lot of other rappers around that time, like Fast Life Youngsters, FLY, the ones that made Swag Surfing.
Yeah, I remember them.
So we young niggas growing up, but we watching the same people in our neighborhood blow up and be on TV. Mm-hmm. So that really just opened up my eyes to a whole new way of living. I'm like, oh, okay. If folks from my same neighborhood can be able to make it this big, which is the biggest song in the world right now, I'm like, man, I know I got an opportunity at this. So at the time, this is like the teen club era in Atlanta. I want to say like around like 2012, 2013, where teen clubs is really popping. Like you don't even have to make it to the main club. So around this time, we had club obsessions like every week. We had club fusions like every week because we knew the people that worked at the door, so they able to get us in. And even on the 18 and up nights, we still able to sneak in. Yeah. So we seeing a lot of stuff that we ain't even supposed to be seeing, which is like girls twerking, big booty hoes, small little booty hoes. But like I'm 15, so it's like this is like a new world for me. Yeah. So basically to answer your question on how the actual brand all came about, the first song that we made was called Big Booty Hoes. And we was just talking about the experiences that we would see in the club as some young niggas. Because keep in mind, this is 2012. You know who the hottest rappers around this time? Travis Porter and Rich Kids. So this twerk music era.
Yeah.
So every day we going out as some young niggas, we seeing big booty hoes in the club. So we made like a little twerk song. And next thing you know, it just went viral on social media. Girls are sending us videos. They dancing to it. Girls older than us send us videos dancing to it. And we just like, wow. So it started off there. And then as time went on, we began to start curating and throwing our own parties. Yeah. Because we was in the teen clubs. It wasn't our party. We started curating our own parties, having a good time, creating this community of people. And that translated into us having a community of people. And now these community of people wanted to be able to identify themselves with our movement, which at the time was Self-Made, the crew. So fast forward down the line about like 2014, that was the first time when we made a shirt with that same logo on there. And from there, everything took off because now we knew how to make some money. And that's what changed everything for me.
Damn, that's what's up. So basically you said it started like around 2012 and 2014, I made your first shirt.
Yeah, so movement started around 2012 with the music and with the parties and everything. And it really took me about like 2 years to really realize like, oh, people really fucking with this movement for real. Like, this not just some fly-by-night type of thing. And once people started paying me for the shirts, once people paid me for an actual shirt, I knew I had something. And from there, I think that's what really ignited the hustling to me. Because we spent so long just trying to figure it out, bro. Like, how can we be able to make some money not selling drugs, not having to rob somebody, not having to take something from somebody? And once you actually find that pot of gold, I mean, you got to take off with it, bro. And I feel like that's what I did.
Nah, that's real. That's what's up, man. It's very, very positive too. So like, so when you first, like your first, the first shirts you got printed up, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say you was at when you first started? Because like, this ain't the type of business, but some people, if you do your research, I guess you can, come up with some good product. But I know it ain't as easy as it seems.
It wasn't as easy as it seemed, but it also wasn't as hard as it seemed with that first batch of t-shirts. Because keep in mind, I told you this was like around the teen club era. So if you remember around the teen club era and you watch movies like ATL is a real depiction of what was going on in Atlanta around that time. So everybody, if you remember the movie from ATL, everybody would come to the skating rink with their crew of people. And the way how you identify these crew of people, you remember when Rich Kids was out and everybody had like the RK4L shirts and you knew those people were rich kids. Then you had the Smash Gang shirts and you knew these people was with Smash Gang. Yeah. And you got so many different groups in Atlanta around this time because everybody was something gang. Like that was the cool thing around this time. Something gang, something clique. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So with all these different cliques and gangs that was going on, everybody had a shirt. It wasn't really about how stylish the shirt was. It was just you need to be able to identify your group of people. So when you stepped out, instead of chains around this time, like now everybody has whatever group they're affiliated with on a chain. At this time, people were putting it on the shirt. So I knew around this time with me starting this up, I didn't want it to be a gang. I didn't want to have gang initiatives. I didn't want it to be anything clique related as well because you had Black Mob, you had the fam. So cliques didn't even have the most positive connotation. I wanted something just to be able to bring everybody together. So that's why we called it crew, because a crew full of people is just me and my folks. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it, we like to have fun. And I mean, we be with the vibes all the time. So I feel like that's how I looked at it. So that's really how everything came together. On top of us, the original name, the music group name being Self-Made the Crew, which was a crew full of self-made entrepreneurs. That's how we looked at it.
Exactly. Man, that's hard, bro. That's what's up. See, I was just basically above the trend.
Above the trend, you can say, but really, we just trying to start a movement, bro. You know what I noticed? Like, social media and just the world in general is filled with negativity right now. And a lot of things, like a lot of the music that you listen to, a lot of things that's being promoted on TV, a lot of the people that you talk to, it's just a lot of negativity like going around. And with me being an empath, I can feel that regardless if that's my state of mood at that moment. But in general, I feel like with people who are positive thinking, doing things like what you're doing right now, which is creating a podcast and hearing the stories from other successful people, people just need to know that it's possible. And when they know it's possible, then they'll know that this is a route they can take. But what happens is a lot of people that grew up in the neighborhoods that we grew up in, they understand that it's possible, but the routes that they take because of what has been displayed to them isn't always the most positive route. So so everybody in the hood wants to be a rapper. Everybody in the hood wants to be an athlete. Everybody in the hood wants to be a dope boy because these are the people that we seeing with the most money in our neighborhoods. And typically what influences people are the ones who have the most money. Yeah. So you, as a parent, we sit here and we wonder why our kids don't listen to us. We sit here and we wonder why they're not taking the routes that we're recommending to them. But if I'm a parent and I'm in the struggling position, I can't even take my kids out to Disney World. I can't take my kids out on vacation. Shit costs. Then they feel like the kid in that point of view is feeling like, okay, my mom took this route, which was a 9-to-5 route, and it didn't really work out the best for us. She can get fired at any moment. I've probably seen her get fired before, or I'm seeing her stressed out. But I'm looking at the dope boy in the neighborhood right now, and bro, he always in a good mood. He always got the girls around him. He always going out, popping bottles, having fun. So this must be the way to get my people out. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step into that man role, and I'm going to do it by taking this route because this is what's been displayed to me. Yeah. But if it was a young nigga in that neighborhood who also came up doing entrepreneurship, which it don't matter what it can be, it don't matter what industry you want to go in. As long as he grew up and he did it the right way, people are going to look up to that because people look up to the person with the most money, regardless of where you at. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. And it's like most people that had jobs in like my neighborhood was like blue collar. Yeah. People working construction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Working with cars or something, like, just something like that, where they got to put a lot of work in, a lot of hours. Yeah. Not really satisfied, frustrated. Can't really learn much. So you could probably learn work, but can't really learn how to get ahead. But
you can learn a lot from them. But let me tell you what the problem is. So the problem is the people who take that route and the people who are successful in those routes, they're typically the most laid back people. Yeah. They don't even want to be on camera. They don't even want to come around and hang out. So you don't never see them living in their fruition. They don't never see them living in their joy. And that's why I say all the time that the people who think positive, the people that move positive, and the people who want to live a positive life, we got to be as vocal as the negative people are being local, just to be able to balance it out. Because even though you made it out your situation, I believe it's our duty to be able to go back from those same positions that we made it out of and help somebody else out.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's selfish if at one point you were dealing with depression and you know somebody else who's living as the younger version of you, and you're not doing anything to help them. You have the advice. You made it out of that situation and you know exactly what to do to be able to overcome that. So you need to share that same wisdom with the younger people and maybe even some older people that are around you so that they can be able to push our culture forward and be able to be better than they were yesterday.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Okay, so look, what advice would you give someone that's they got a good idea, perhaps some movement, and they want to make some money, selling fashion, whether it's shirts, pants, or what have you?
What advice would I give somebody that's on the come up right now in the fashion world?
When I say advice, like, or what does it take? I say it like that. You know what I mean? On a.
What does it take to make it in the fashion world?
From starting off.
From the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Got you. I just want to make sure I understood your question.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of it right now, because times have dramatically changed from when I first got started. Right now, people are more receptive to supporting up and coming brands. Right now, people want to support Black business owners over just a random person that's outside of our culture. And 3, right now, people love exclusive drip. That's clothes that you can wear out somewhere and you're not seeing 2-3 other people with the same clothes that you have on right now.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
People love exclusive drip, and so far to the point that if you wear that shirt out and people are asking, where did you get it from? A lot of people hold back their information as to where they got it from, just so everybody's not walking around with the same thing. So if you're somebody who's looking to be able to start a clothing brand today, the first thing that I would advise to you is to explore your creativity. Explore your creativity. Like, get as creative as possible and do what is best for you. You need to look at some of the big name brands that you like, that you will wear, and add your own style to it. That's the first thing that I recommend. Because 9 times 10, if you're somebody who can dress, which is the people that like to get into fashion, it's people that like to dress. If you're somebody that like to dress and other people want to dress like you, they want to buy what's on you. That's why when people see you out, they're like, yo, where'd you get that from? I really like that.
Yeah.
So you need to start designing your own things by exploring your own creativity. The second thing that I would recommend is execute. Execute. Because for so long, many of us have these ideas stuck in our head and we don't do anything about it. We sit there and we think about it. And then we go to the person closest to us who probably never tried anything else before in their life. And we say, hey, what do you think about this idea? I think I can make $1 million off of selling clothes. And you know what the worst mistake that anybody can make is?
Yeah,
introducing a big idea to a small mind.
Yeah. Because
people are going to put their restrictions on you. They're going to be like, wait, I've never done that before. So what makes you think that you can do it?
Yeah, facts.
So if you're going to seek advice from anybody, you need to seek advice from people who have more than you, who are more successful than you, and who are in a higher position than you, because they have that wisdom. People need to understand that wisdom comes from experience. So remember at the beginning of this podcast, I said I talked to a lot of older individuals. It doesn't matter whether they have more money than me or whether they don't, but they live longer than me. And time is the greatest teacher.
Okay.
Time is the greatest teacher. Life is going to life regardless.
Hell yeah.
You're going to go through ups. You're going to go through downs. And I used to think that, okay, once I get a little bit more money, all my problems going to go away.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah, it's just the beginning, because the problems actually get bigger. So instead of us hoping and wishing for things to get easier, we need to hope and wish that we get smarter, stronger, wiser. And life will change.
Right. Yeah. It's like, I was just telling my buddy, man, it's like, I do my mornings, a lot of my mornings are throughout the day.
Yeah.
Because it's like daily programming, you know what I'm saying? Listening like every day I might listen to some motivational.
Like who?
Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
He the main person but like other people like Tom Tracy.
Okay, what he teach?
Be like productivity. He got a lot of productivity hacks. And just like, well, be honest with you, I don't hit the search button anymore. I hit YouTube and they just recommend me stuff. So it might be like something from like E.T. Every blue moon, E.T. might pop up, you know, with that, with how he explain things or whatever. But hell yeah, man. I always try to make sure I'm learning something. Just like you say, I always improving something. Stay in that gym, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to Richard Field like every day. That's like your main gym.
I'm locked in the gym every single day. Shout out my boys at Richard Fit. And I mean, really, like I say that, man, we go through so much stress in life, and that's like a stress reliever, you know?
Yeah.
And we talking about like things that people can listen to. People need to listen to this podcast. I've seen some of the people that you interviewed on here, and I mean, it's some legit folks that's really doing it, you know? So it's like we just got to take this all the way up and like constantly keep improving every single day. I tell myself, like, we just got to get 1% better every day.
Yeah.
No matter what happens. If you can just incrementally grow every single day better than you were yesterday, then eventually you're going to reach that position of where you want to be. But it's overcoming these obstacles, overcoming these roadblocks. And in every loss, there's a lesson. That's what we got to understand. And every loss, there is a lesson. So what did you learn from the last mistake that you did? But it's like when we make a mistake and we quit, it's almost like we're going back to zero. But just like I know, because we go to the gym, if you keep working every single day, day by day, you're getting stronger. Day by day, you might go up 5 pounds today. Then the next week, you're going up 15 pounds. The next week, you're going up 30 pounds. And you're getting stronger. And this is the mental workouts that we got to be able to do. Yeah. Because everything starts in the head. That's one thing that I learned. And that's the biggest difference between somebody who's rich and successful and somebody who's broke and stuck like Chuck is their mindset.
Chuck. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Limited up here. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people just be stagnant. They don't really care to put the work in to progress. I understand it get tiring sometimes.
Yeah.
But some people just be like, man, fuck it.
Yeah.
But I'm not that type of, I ain't the type of person to be like, fuck it. I got it.
I don't blame people for doing that though. Because I think a lot of times it's the environment that we're in, and we've actually been programmed to be like that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I encourage people to stop watching TV so much, because the things that we see on TV is actually not productive to our mission or the assignments that we have been assigned. Because right now what we're doing is we're watching other people live their dreams. But I told you that the greatest teacher in life is time. So a lot of times we sit at home and we sit there and we watch our favorite TV show. Every episode is an hour. You done finished the whole season. That's 8 hours. When you could have been spending those 8 hours improving on yourself. Yeah. Because right now we running our own race. When you start watching TV, you watching somebody else's race.
Right.
So I don't really care that Will Smith just made multi-million in the box, because I'm trying to make multi-million in the box. I'm trying to have my own movie. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we get caught up at, because in our culture, a lot of times we take the win of one person and we take that as all. But in reality, we all got a family to feed. In reality, we all trying to take care of our people. So we got to stop, even though that we're very proud when one of us are successful, but we also need to figure out how to achieve that same success for ourselves.
Yeah. Facts. Just like, I mean, yeah, man. Some people just like, they'll admire other people from the TV screen. Like they'll admire what they got going on. Or, oh, he just got this. Or, he got this big ass contract, but it's like, but your contract, you know what I mean? Like, for real.
Like the NBA finals going on right now, bro. I love basketball, but I had to stop like tuning in today because they can keep them again. I mean, like, be for real. You know how long the basketball game go on for? Yeah. When I got a long list of to-do lists on my end right now that I got to be able to take care of. And essentially, I'm not telling people that, bro, you can't have fun in this life, but put the money up first. No. Stack the money up first. And then we have to earn this freedom. We have to earn that leisure time. You got to earn that. You feel me? It don't just come to you. And I'm really like, bro, a lot of us are held back right now, bro. And we can really push our culture forward. We can really be able to make these millions, but you got to be able to develop yourself into a millionaire mentally before that you can have it physically.
Right. Where your store located, man?
Oh yeah, so I mean, if you want to shop with us, man, we got the crew fit gear, same one like I got on my body, same one like he got on his body. We right there at Stonecrest Mall on the east side, straight out the exit, right as soon as you get out the exit. But make sure we also got our online shop as well. I want people to make sure that they follow us at Can't Right Every Wrong on Instagram and on TikTok too. Can't Right Every Wrong, CANTRIGHT every wrong, man. Let's get it. Okay,
and as far as your music, like Apple Music.
Yeah. So music is found on all platforms. Music is you can find me at Mino Savage. I might actually be changing that sooner or later. So depending on when they watch this episode, we're gonna change everything to Mino on the mic. But if you look me up right now, make sure that you find me Mino Savage, DEMINO Savage. My personal Instagram will be Mino on the mic. That's MINO on the mic.
As we wrap it up, man, you got anything else you wanna say?
Yeah. So right now I'm on a very strong mission, if you can't tell, and that's to make the world crew. But what do I mean by that? I want everybody to stop apologizing for being themselves. Stop apologizing for doing what's best for you. Instead of saying sorry, we say can't right every wrong. See, the thing is, a lot of times if I can't make somebody's birthday party, or if I can't pull up on a friend and when they invited me out somewhere, it's because I'm trying to better my life. I'm trying to be able to move forward and be able to break some of the cycles that's going on in my generation. But whenever you're moving up in life and whenever you start doing what's best for you, or you start prioritizing yourself, or you tell somebody no, they try to make you feel wrong for that. Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah, I've got called a party pooper before.
So look.
Boring.
That's what I tell these folks. I'm like, bro, in order for me to save the world, I first have to save myself. So right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm saving myself. I'm putting myself in a position to not have to be relying on anybody. So you'll notice that on our clothes, we say self-made. It's because we never rely on anybody to accomplish our goals and our aspirations. Our goal right now is to push everything that is pushing the culture forward. So I'm not listening to anything, I'm not speaking to anything, and I'm not watching anything that's not pushing the culture forward, because we have everything inside of us that is needed to be able to accomplish our goals and our aspirations. But we have to dig deep enough within ourselves so that we can understand our flaws and we can be able to fix them, and we can be able to improve that, and we can be able to change the world, and we can be able to change our generation and our family tree. So if you're in a position right now that you're not happy with, it's because we have to dig deeper. Instead of looking outside, out the mirror, out the window, we have to look in. Well, instead of looking outside, out the window, we have to look in the mirror, and we have to figure out exactly what's wrong with us.
Boy, you said some shit, yeah. That's what's up, man. So, all right. So look, man, we're gonna wrap that up, man. We gotta do a part 2, man, because this is short. You know what I'm saying? But
it's what they need to hear, though.
Yeah, man. So I got the shirt on, man. I gotta feel
how I feel right now.
Feel pretty good, man. You got some good material.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the people see it.
Yeah, most definitely. Man. You guys showing the back too, man, so they know what's down. That's that Can't Right Every Wrong crew jersey fit right there. Yeah, the hardest shit out, man. Make sure you shoot shot with us. Say Can't Right Every Wrong. You showed them the back though? Show them the back. Show them the back one time. Yeah, have you ever wondered what the crew stand for? Every letter in crew stand for something. CREW. Can't Right Every Wrong, man. I got my boy dripping right now. You dig?
Yeah, man, dripping wet, man. All right, so look, man, it's been another episode of Multiple Streams by Any Means. And good things go to those that hustle.